Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Get Skilled with Disha. I am Disha, and on this channel we will understand renewable energy industry through both a business and finance perspective. We will discuss topics such as solar, wind projects, project finance, financial modeling, valuations, and the commercial contracts that make clean energy projects possible. In today's video, we are going to discuss one of the most important contracts in renewable energy, which is PPA and called Power Purchase Agreement. You may have seen solar parks, wind farms, and large companies announcing that they are building their renewable energy capacities. But how does a renewable energy project comes into process? Today we will learn about that. The answer to these questions begins with the PPA. So, if you want to learn more about the field and finance and renewable energy, please hit the like and subscribe button and stay tuned to the video till the end to understand what is PPA. So, PPA is a power purchase agreement between an electricity generator and a buyer. So, when you start, for example, you are starting a business in which you will generate electricity, and that electricity can be of any form, whether you fetch it via solar, wind, BESS model, any model. But the main thing is that you are the electricity generator. So you need a customer who will pay you the price and will buy your electricity so that you generate revenue. So the PPA is a contract between the buyer of electricity and the seller of the electricity. And when I say seller, seller is not necessarily a trader. Seller is the developer who builds, owns the power plant and generates electricity. So now when you go to the market to sell any of your products, so generally you increase the prices maybe every year or 2 year due to inflation, and the price is not fixed. In renewable energy projects and in power projects specifically, you come into a contract for a long term so that both buyer and seller are protected. When I say protected, what does it mean? It means that for maybe 10, 20, or 25 years, the seller will receive a fixed price, and the seller cannot escalate the prices, and there will be pre-negotiated prices between the parties. Likewise, the buyer cannot negotiate later on that I want to reduce my price. So here in the power purchase agreement, both are secured. If one party thinks that I don't want to obligate to this agreement, then the other party can sue the party. So that's how it secures both ends, buyer and the seller. Moving on, this is the general understanding of PPA, that there is a generator, there is a buyer, and in between there is a PPA contract which is holding the relationship together for 15 to 20 years or 25 years. There are different models of renewable energy in which PPAs are signed. One is solar photovoltaic, which is obviously a form of solar energy. One is wind energy. So we have contracts for solar renewable energy, we have contracts for wind energy, we have for hydroelectric, and then these are the two most hyped formats of the PPAs, wherein numerous players in the industry are incorporating these models today. So there have been renewable energy companies in Europe and across the world, including India, who already have transitioned from the thermal energy to solar and wind and hydroelectric. But in the FDRE and BESS, they are rapidly moving, and there have been huge investments in these fields. So BESS is battery energy storage systems. We will talk about this in more detail in the following videos. And then there is firm and dispatchable renewable energy also. So we have PPAs for all these kind of models, which we will learn in depth in the next following videos. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button to stay tuned to this content and understand about the renewable energy industry in detail. Now, we understood why do we come into PPA contracts, that there is a buyer, there is a seller of electricity, and to protect both, we come into a contract. But is it just protection in terms of price setting, or there is more to it? So we will understand that now. So there are payment security clauses in the PPA contract which protects both parties. So like I said before, it is not just the price which is getting fixed. A lot of things are being put into the contract here to protect both the parties, because there are a lot of things involved in the business, and it is not just the price which is of importance. So first, as you can see here, what if the buyer tomorrow says that I do not have the money to pay the seller? Then, as a seller, what would you want? You would want that we would need some escrow accounts, we would want some bank guarantees. Now, there is a waterfall mechanism which enables that whenever a payment comes from the buyer, it goes straight to that escrow account. So, first of all, some of the mandatory payments will be made out of that escrow account, and then it will receive to the seller. So these payment mechanisms secures the seller so that if the buyer defaults, the selling party has some payment receipt mechanisms to recover its sales of electricity. Then there is a security deposit being asked from the buyer to be deposited in case it defaults. Then there is an early termination security clause in the agreement. There is a force majeure clause in the agreement if there is any natural disaster. And it is a business. All businesses have billing disputes. So to resolve those disputes, there are clauses in the PPA agreements too. So we can see here, a lot of things in the business which needs to be taken care of. And a power purchase agreement is designed in a manner that neither the seller nor the buyer impacts by falsification by any party. So this is about PPAs. Thank you for watching. And if you like the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Stay tuned. We'll continue and bring more content regarding renewable energy and finance. Thank you.